The next verse is from the heart of enlightenment practice, and I began speaking about this in the previous video. So if you haven't listened to the previous video, it might be a good idea to do so. Verse 647. Nothing evolving, there is no growth, nor is there any cause to set the Vijnanas in action. Work and cause being removed, there is cessation, and nothing is aroused. Now, how appealing does this sound? Perhaps not very appealing. Nothing is happening. It's like the depths of winter. Nothing is aroused. Nothing stirs. There's no growth. Is this really what we're aiming for? What's the appeal of this? So there's that way of looking at it, isn't there? This kind of feeds the criticism that there's a nihilistic element to Buddhism. But actually, if we understand what is meant by peace of mind, then we're getting the correct angle in this. We're practicing. We're coming back to supreme peace. Nothing need bother us. Nothing need agitate us. And that's what's being referred to here, nothing evolving. There's no agitation. There's no growth. There's no growth in neurotic behavior. Nor is there any cause to set the Vijnanas in action. And the Vijnanas are this sense of urgency to engage with what the senses apparently reveal to us. This is the Vijnanas being in action. Look at that, I must have it. Look at this situation, I must sort it out. You can engage, you can get on with it once you understand the picture, the complete picture. But to understand the complete picture, you come back to serenity, to this peace of mind. So it's quite important this, because we're not talking about anything mystical. Sometimes this language, the language of Buddhism, the language of nirvana, is taken to be some kind of rarefied, mystical realization. It's ultimately supremely practical. And I was trying to show this recently. When I was talking about the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it was like a missing piece. It dissolves this apparent mysticism which we get in Buddhism, and brings it down to practical realities. Because if it's not practically realizable, don't bother with it. What's the point? You're just playing some kind of fantasy faith game, some kind of fantasy game based around faith. So peace of mind is about a mind that is not agitated. And in the past I would say the mind is always agitated. But mind here is really awareness. We come back to that awareness which in the previous verse was described as immovable. Work and cause being removed. And this underlies our basic psychology. Work is action. And we act in accord with various causes. These causes justify our action. And it's wonderful, isn't it, to have a cause which justifies action. Because you don't have to think about it anymore. You just get on with it. You don't have to question things anymore. This is the cause, and my action is concomitant, in accord with this cause. I'm doing the right thing. You don't need to be concerned about the bigger picture. So we're stepping back from that particular dynamic, that particular locked-in mentality. Again, there's nothing wrong with acting in accordance with a cause. That's what we do. But let's bring some perspective on it, the grander awareness, which is what we do for spiritual practitioners. So when we step back from it, we're free from the imperatives to feel and behave in certain ways, which reinforced feelings of pride and guilt, depending on whether we do the right thing or don't do the right thing. We're being ourselves, which doesn't mean acting in accordance with your ego. It means being true to that awareness in which your ego arises. We're stepping beyond the ego, as the previous verse said. We're stepping beyond the ego and its belongings. In the previous verse I was speaking about physical belongings, but really the ego and its belongings is the ego and all its attributes, all its qualities that need to be fed on an ongoing basis. We're stepping back from all that. Stepping back. And in stepping back, we come to all-embracing awareness. So peace of mind isn't really anything to do with the mind. It's peaceful awareness. That's perhaps a better expression. Peaceful awareness. This is our practice.